Hi Copites, welcome back to the channel. So I've just been looking around and I've noticed something on X from a journalist that I take a lot of notice to, especially around Spanish players, Spanish managers, especially Real Madrid. And he's put an article out on as.com. So as we know, Jose Felix Diaz used to work for Marca for a long time and he moved to AS. And he's put an article out about Xabi Alonso and Liverpool. So what I've done is I've translated it and I'm going to tell you exactly what he said. I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm not saying get excited. What I'm saying is this could be very interesting, especially with it being Jose Felix Diaz. So let's take a look. So this one's interesting and it's coming from Jose Felix Diaz. He's reporting that Liverpool have already made first contact with Xabi Alonso's camp, basically to check availability. And he says the response was positive. Now for me, just that first paragraph gets me excited, because I've been saying for a long time we need to bring Xabi Alonso in. At least a month I've been saying it. Now listen, this is not Liverpool announcing anything. This is a credible Spanish-based reporter saying contact has happened. So let's go through exactly what Diaz says, what he doesn't say, and what it means for Liverpool's planning. So the source here is as.com and the journalist is Jose Felix Diaz. This matters because if you're going to talk about a major managerial story, the difference between noise and proper reporting is everything. Here's what Diaz reports. He says Liverpool have contacted Xabi Alonso's circle to ask if he's available, and even though Xabi is currently resting, Diaz says the response back was positive. He specifically mentions Xabi's agent and trusted person, Inaki Ibanez, and Diaz frames it as Liverpool trying to anticipate the future, basically putting pieces in place in case they need them. So the core claim is simple. First contact has been made. Response was positive. Now this bit's Xabi's current situation. Diaz also gives context on Xabi himself. He says Xabi Alonso is in a period of recharging after coaching Real Madrid, and that he doesn't want to jump onto the first job that comes along. In other words, he's being selective, he's resting, but he's not disconnected from what's happening. Now Diaz brings Liverpool into it. He states Arne Slot is the current coach and claims the club have told Slot he will finish the season. He references Liverpool's loss to Bournemouth and he makes a big financial point. He says Liverpool spent 450 million last summer, and he's basically using that as part of the argument for why this is a high pressure situation. That's Diaz's framing. Liverpool are dealing with pressure and uncertainty. So there's planning ahead. So they're planning ahead, sorry. And this part is crucial because the internet will absolutely run wild with it. Diaz does not say that Liverpool have offered Xabi the job, that Xabi has agreed to take the job, that Slot is being sacked now, that there's a done deal. timeline or official talks with Liverpool as a club announcement. This is being presented as contact and a positive response, and that's it. So here's the reality check. If Diaz is right, which I believe he is right, I believe what he says, I don't think he would make this up. Liverpool are doing what smart clubs do, planning ahead. A positive response can mean a lot of things, but at minimum, it suggests Xabi's camp didn't shut the door. But until you see an official club move or multiple top sources aligning or direct confirmation from Liverpool's side, this stays in the category of credible report of early contact, not confirmation of appointment. So that's the update from AS.com via Jose Felix Diaz. So basically, I've brought you that because you know what X is like. They'll see a headline and they'll push it as if it's happening in the next few weeks. Me personally, I hope it does, but I don't think anything's going to happen before the end of the season. I really don't. Xabi Alonso is taking a break, but what he did say apparently is if Liverpool came for him and needed him, he would seriously consider it. Now, if they'd made first contact, like Jose Felix Diaz has said, and they got positive response, what does that tell you? That tells you that he hasn't said, I'm going to wait till June, because that's what's originally been said, wasn't it? It was said that Alonso was going to take a break till June. But if you watch my Bournemouth review, like I said in that video, we do not want to be waiting until June. We've got a World Cup coming up. He's not going to get the full squad for pre-season. So, and this is just my opinion. Please don't think it that I'm trying to say it's going to happen. I would do it now, before the next game. I would say to Xabi Alonso, do you fancy doing it now? Because yes, we're in trouble, right? But not badly in trouble. We're still got a chance with top four. If we let it keep going before the window, after the window shuts, we need a centre back fast. If we can get Xabi Alonso in the next couple of days before the window shuts, we've got a chance. He could say, right, I want a centre back now. But I've said this before as well. Will he want to work with Michael Edwards and Richard Hughes? Because it'll only be a head coach job. That's what Edwards will push for. But what I think John Henry needs to do is say, right, Edwards, he's coming in as the manager. The head coach hasn't worked. I've spent 450 million. Yes, you've brought some people, you know, got rid of some players and brought some money in. This guy is the manager. I want him to have the power. I want you to back him up. If he wants a centre-back, he will tell you who he wants. You go and get him before it's too late. We cannot go through the rest of the season with a half-fit Gomez. Canate's head's not going to be in it at the moment. Something needs to happen fast. But again, that's just my opinion. What Jose Felix Diaz said is fact. Let me know what you think in the comments. That's it for now. Take it easy.